Do you ever have random thoughts coming into your head and you don't know where they came from? Or when you have a random mood change, like you were feeling really good, you're feeling positive, and out of nowhere you start getting irritated and angry? That is because we pick up energies, thought forms, and emotions from people and from different environments. Now, I know most of us right now are hibernating and we're in our own little bubbles. Maybe some of you work from home. It doesn't matter. Every time you're sending a text out, anytime you're sending an email or making a phone call, that is an energy exchange, and you can still pick up energy this way. And anytime you're going to the grocery store and you're feeling the anxiety or fear from others, you can also pick up on that. In this video, I'm going to share 7 practical energy cleansing techniques that will help you to clear your energy out so that you're not picking up on other people's emotions or their thought forms. Because even thought forms, sometimes they're not ours. And when we get these random thoughts, it's because we're picking up on the collective field of consciousness where these thought forms live. Hey, welcome if you're new here. My name is SolTara. I'm a medium and I share alchemy practices from Atlantis and ancient Egypt. If that resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. We also pick up energies from the astral plane. Anytime we are going to sleep, we are exploring the astral world. This happens to all of us. Even though you're spiritual or you're not, it doesn't matter because your soul is traveling to other places and other realms. Sometimes we can, in the morning, wake up and carry some of those energies and emotions with us. So an example is, let's say the night before you were feeling really good and you watched a beautiful movie, you had a delicious dinner with your loved ones, and in the morning you're waking up feeling sad out of nowhere. And it doesn't make sense because you had such a great night last night, and why are you feeling sad in the morning? It's because you may have interacted with something in the astral plane and you're picking up on that and bringing it into this timeline, into this dimension. We are also affected by the planets. Planets do not govern us. I know everyone wants to point the finger at the full moon or at Mercury retrograde. They influence us, but they don't control us. And so that is why you have to practice energy cleansing to make sure that you are reducing the effects of the planetary, the astral plane, and the physical plane distortions and imbalances that we're interacting with on a daily basis. The first way to practice energy cleansing is actually by practicing energy hygiene. This is the first tip because it doesn't even matter if you use all of the other 6 energy cleansing tips if you're not regularly practicing energy hygiene. Every single thought that we have, every single emotion that we have is recorded within our cells. It's recorded within our mental body and our energy body. This is a daily practice that you have to do. And it's similar to brushing your teeth. Every day you're brushing your teeth. Well, guess what? Every day you have to cleanse your energy field because of the different places you visited in the astral plane and the different places you visited, the grocery store, maybe the office, or whatever it is that you regularly go to that is holding stress or anxiety or fear. I'll put a video of how to clear your chakras and your energy field in the description of this video. So this is something that you will do daily, just like you brush your teeth. It's a simple exercise. And just like you brush your teeth every day, the dentist will also tell you that you have to floss every day. And when is the best time to floss? Anytime you eat sugar, because the sugar will lead to bacteria if it's stuck in your teeth, and that will lead to a whole bunch of cavities and then other issues down the line. So what's the equivalent to flossing our teeth? It's practicing shadow work. Anytime you're feeling triggered, anytime you're feeling uncomfortable, angry, emotional, overwhelmed, that is a sign that you need to practice shadow work, where you're basically practicing self-reflection of why you're feeling those emotions or why you're having those thoughts. And it's important to practice these when you are feeling triggered. Otherwise, these triggers and all of these shadows will slowly start to bundle up into a giant snowball, and it will manifest itself as a block, as a financial block, health block, spiritual block, relationship block, career block, you name it. So what do you do after you floss your teeth? You use a water picker, and you use that water picker to flush everything out of your mouth that's not supposed to be there. And what you can do is work with the full moon to flush out everything from your energy field. The full moon is a period where we release, where we do a cleansing, and it happens once a month. Just like during our menstrual cycle, we have it once a month. During a menstrual cycle, what happens? We release all of the toxins and work with the full moon to do a deep cleansing of your mental body, your emotional body, and your energy field. This is why we host a monthly full moon ritual and meditation. Every single month, we connect with a different angel, spirit guide, and goddess that they guide us through a specific theme based on the astrology. So in these rituals and meditations, I actually tell the participants to listen to it 3 times. And that is because we have different layers. We have different layers of our blocks. Yes, we may be afraid to apply to that job or to quit our job, or we may be scared to ask that person out, or maybe to create boundaries in that relationship. But there's a deeper level of fear beyond that. And so that's why we have to clear all of these layers. If you want to join these monthly full moon energy resets, you can find more details in the description of this video. And what's the last thing that we do? We prevent. And how do you prevent your teeth from getting cavities? Or how do you prevent them from becoming yellow? By using coconut oil pulling. Basically, you swirl coconut oil around your mouth for 20 minutes and then spit it out. This is antibacterial, and it prevents your teeth from building up bacteria. It prevents you from getting cavities. It actually healed my own cavities, and it also makes your teeth whiter. And so prevention is always our ideal solution. And what's the prevention going to be for you? Being mindful of your thoughts and of your emotions. When you're noticing that you're acting in a way that you normally don't act, hey, maybe that's a clear indication that you picked up on some energy that's not yours, and you need to do a quick energy cleansing. And this will just make your life so much easier, rather than you having to go to a healer, rather than you having to go to get Reiki, to get a past life reading done. Again, prevention is the easiest way to avoid these issues, to avoid creating blocks, and for you to have a more peaceful and fulfilling life. The second way that you can practice energy cleansing is by putting water outside. Put it near a window. If you can't put it outdoors, make sure it is in a glass bottle. Cover your glass bottle and put it outdoors or by window seal to be absorbing the sun's rays. It doesn't matter if it's cloudy, it will still work. Why do we do this? If you think about the sun, it is the central life force of our solar system. Without the sun, there would be no life on this planet. Without the sun, there would be no photosynthesis, no oxygen, no air for not just human beings to live, but for any animals to live here. The sun represents life force, and it also represents fire, that vitality. So when you put your water out, just set it out with the intention that it's going to be infused with that fire cleansing energy and vitality of the sun. And then drink this water. And as you're drinking it, don't just like gulp it down. Don't just take it like a shot. Drink it intentionally, like, thank you for cleansing my energy. Let's say you're having bad dreams. Thank you for cleansing my energy field. You can also make it more specific. Let's say that you're having emotional issues, that you're very sensitive, you're overly emotional, then you thank the water for cleansing your emotional body. And so just do it with that intention. Again, something simple, but water gets absorbed into your body so fast, and this energy will immediately move throughout your body because the water is flowing in your brain, in your blood, everywhere. So this is a really fast way to cleanse your energy field. The third thing you can do is chant Om. A-U-M. This is the primordial sound of the universe. It is the sound that created everything, and it's the sound that exists throughout all living things across this universe. Om not only cleanses, but it also harmonizes. That's why I love chanting Om every single time before I start meditation, because it clears the energy of the room that I'm in, and it also harmonizes my energy field so that I can be prepared to enter a state of meditation. Chanting Om for at least 90 seconds will stimulate your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve, and it runs all the way from the back of your neck all the way down to the bottom of your spine. And guess what? All of your major chakras, your major energy centers are there. So by you focusing on your spine, you will easily clear out and harmonize all of your chakras. And one of the most important things is that you don't chant this mechanically, like you're just Om, Om, Om. Do it with the intention to cleanse all imbalances and to bring harmony back into your body, back into your chakras, whatever it is that you want to focus on. Dr. Sweta Adatya also explains that chanting Om helps to reduce activity in the amygdala, which is responsible for fight or flight responses. So basically anytime we're feeling overwhelmed or anxious. So this will help to regulate your nervous system. It will help to calm down your mind, and it will help to prevent the adrenaline from rushing all over. So to properly chant Om, you have to make sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale. And so you're going to take a deep belly breath from the bottom of your belly, and you're going to open up your mouth really big, like when you say ah at the dentist. So it's A-U-M. And as you release the breath, the mouth starts to close, and on the M, your lips will touch. So we'll just do it together. Close your eyes, take a deep belly breath in. And then you can just do 90 seconds of this chanting, and that will cleanse and reset your nervous system, because remember, that will stimulate your vagus nerve. The fourth thing you can do is take a salt shower or take a salt bath. Salt helps to remove dense negative energies, and water helps to balance our energy field. Water is also a magnetic element. And when you are stressed, when you're anxious, when you're overwhelmed, when you're giving your power away, you are having excessive thoughts, right? Like, what if this happens? What if this other thing happens? What am I gonna do? X, Y, Z. When you are stuck in your mind, creating all of these excessive thoughts, that is creating an excessive amount of electric energy, because thoughts are electric. When you are taking a salt shower, you are bringing in the magnetic energy to balance your excessive electric energy. That is what we focus on in alchemy, working with the primordial functions of energy in order to transform energy into its most exalted form. What you can also do is add a few drops of eucalyptus or rosemary oil to your salt mixture with water before you take a shower with it. Make sure that you don't have any allergies, so maybe test out the oils in a spray on your skin beforehand to make sure you're not allergic. Also, if you're doing this in a shower, just make sure you don't get it near your eyes, because that will burn and sting really badly. The fifth thing you can do is allow the thoughts coming in to filter from your mind down into your heart. The ego is always looking for things to be afraid of. And so if you're keeping all of your situations, perspectives, everything happening, if you're just keeping it in your head, oh, you're gonna trigger your ego. So you're gonna start to create all of these unnecessary scenarios of what could potentially happen. And so when you start to think about these things, you're gonna start to attract them into your life, right? This is the law of attraction, but it's also basic physics, because as you're sending these waves out via your thought forms, via the neurons in your brain, firing with electric energy, those signals are getting sent out, and guess what's going to start to come to you? Those exact situations. So this is a more advanced tip for energy cleansing, is just allowing all of the thoughts to filter like a funnel from the top of your head down into your heart. Your heart is the portal of your soul. Your soul has access to so much information beyond this human experience. So think about what your mind can do. When you're witnessing an event, when you are talking to someone, your mind is processing everything based on its previous experiences. But guess what? When you filter that information down into your heart, you start to connect with your soul's wisdom. You can think about your soul and your heart as a higher mind aspect of you. Some people like to call it the higher self. Use whatever term is most empowering for you. And when you allow your thoughts to filter down into your heart, it gives you access to information beyond this 3D linear time and space. And what this actually means is it allows you to practice discernment. And you need to practice discernment to identify what is on your path to work with and what is not in your path to not work with. Because that's what energy cleansing is all about. Removing all of the unnecessary distractions, all energy that's not aligned with our highest good. If you have trouble with discernment, I will put a video below in the description that teaches you a heart practice technique for practicing discernment. And number 6 is actually surprising because we wouldn't connect it to energy cleansing, but that's actually moving your body. Think about the memory that's stuck in your stomach or your spleen. We kind of don't know what that is, right? Like, we're not actively talking to our organs, but there are memories and thoughts being stuck in your cells. So you have to move your body and release it in order for you to stop attracting those things, because when you're not listening to the stuck emotions in your body, like the things stuck in your gallbladder, the frustration and the anger and resentment that's stuck in your gallbladder, it's going to eventually get your attention by sending you to the hospital and forcing you to get a surgery, right? So that's why moving your body is a really important part of energy cleansing, because we need to just release any energy that we may be storing in our body that's stuck there. And for this, it's important that you choose something that you enjoy. For me, that's dancing. Maybe for you, that's gonna be jumping, or maybe doing yoga or going for hikes. It's really important for you to start moving your body now more than ever, because we're entering the peak of a solar cycle for the next 5 years. And this means that we're gonna be getting hit with a lot of electric plasma from the sun, which means that our anxiety, our frustration, our anger is gonna run on overdrive. And so if we're in this space, if we are holding this frequency of anger, frustration, overwhelmingness, anxiety, guess what? We're gonna start to create those situations, those relationships within our reality. And so this is another tip: prevention. Prevention is the most important thing in order to avoid dealing with the blocks, in order to avoid dealing with the relationship problems. You want to prevent yourself from popping off to that person. If you know you're feeling a little bit feisty, maybe go do some kickboxing, go punch a pillow before you get into a conversation with someone, right? Because again, our emotions are going to be running on overdrive over these next 5 years because of these solar flares. This is why in Tai Chi and in Qigong, you'll notice that a lot of the exercises they do, it's all about bouncing and moving your body. And then it's all about wiping that excess energy off of your body. And that's because the ancients knew. They knew that we keep things stored in our cells, so we have to release it and shake it out. So again, it's the simple things, but the simple things will give you the results. So number 7, these are more advanced techniques, so make sure that you practice them safely. What you can do is you can ask your spirit guides, you can ask your dragons to cleanse your energy field. when you do this, it's important to practice discernment because you want to make sure that you're connecting with the guide who you are really calling in. Because right now, as you all know, we're not just having wars on earth, but we're also in spiritual warfare. And it's nothing to be afraid of. Spiritual warfare has been around for hundreds and millions of years. I mean, just look at the galactic wars. That's why practicing discernment from a place of empowerment is important. So doing these safely is key. You can also ask your spirit guides, your higher self, or your soul if there are any attachments on you. And again, it's important to practice discernment when you're doing this because sometimes, you know, the ego loves to be afraid and loves to create stories. So you want to make sure that you're getting accurate answers. If you want to become more confident and get more clear answers with your psychic intuitive abilities, I invite you to check out the Golden Age Alchemy Academy. In this academy, you learn how to become your own healer and your own psychic. And that's because right now it's time for us to stop giving away our power to other healers, to other psychics, but instead call our power back to us. Because guess what? You have a soul. Everyone has a soul on this planet, and our souls have access to God, source, spirit, creation, the universe, whatever you want to refer to it. And our souls have access to everything. It's just a skill set that you have to learn how to connect and tap into. And inside of this Golden Age Alchemy Academy, you learn how to do everything safely. Just like when you ride a roller coaster, you get the chest harness, you get the leg harness, you get the seat belt. That's exactly what we do in the academy, because for me, it's really important that you feel safe connecting with your power and connecting with your intuitive abilities. If you want to get more details about the Alchemy Academy, you can find them in the description of this video. We do have an application process because it is an advanced program. Is there anything that helps you reset your energy and cleanse your energy? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. And thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscribes. If you have trouble calling your energy back whenever you feel triggered, you can watch this video for more tips. I'll see you in the next one. Much love.